Alright, in this video we're going to talk about creating assemblies in SolidWorks and how to make them move and be aligned correctly. So in order to do this, we're going to be using these parts from an old CSWA practice exam. In this we have a long pin, we have a short pin, and we have some chain links. And on the exam they want to define some directions and angles between these links to create a shape. I'm not going to really follow that. We're going to use it more just to figure out how to line stuff up and move things around the correct ways. So you can always come back to this practice exam if you can find it. So I'm going to go into SolidWorks, open, and pick those parts, just so we can see what they are. When I open each one, it's going to ask me about it. It's going to say, how do I want it to look? Since these are old files, you can see they were created in SolidWorks 2007. So I'm just going to say, yeah. And no, I don't want to recognize any features. That'll take more time. If I wanted to edit these parts, I might want to do that, but I'm not, so I'm just going to say no. And I'm not clicking don't show again because in the future I may want to be able to edit those. So you can see here's that short pin, here's the long pin, and then here's the link. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new assembly. I'm just going to create one here, go to assembly. And I want to bring in that long pin first and just click somewhere. So you notice it comes in, it has this F next to it, that means it's fixed. If I grab it, I can't drag it around. And I get that same message that it's fixed. Go back to assembly, go to insert components. Here's my chain link. So I can bring that in and set it down somewhere. And you'll see that it now has a minus symbol, because now I can drag that around however I wanted to. There are options here for moving and rotating. If you move it, same thing I just did. If I go to rotate, I can click on it and rotate it. And some people try and do that and then in rare cases you might need to do that to try and align things if you want things to go a certain direction before you align an axis or something, but I don't like doing that. I'm going to use my mates to rotate things around. So I'm going to go ahead and go in here and I'm going to say I want to add a mate. So when we were mating things together, every part has 6 degrees of freedom. It can move in all 3 axes, or a combination, 2 axes at once or all 3 axes at once, and it can rotate around all 3 of those axes. Again, you can rotate around 2 axes at once, kind of going at an angle between them, whatever. But in order to lock it down, we need to control all of that. So we need to control movement and rotation around everything. So the first and the easiest way to align things is by planes. And so if I pick on this surface here, and then I pick this surface here, it's going to make those 2 things line up. And right now it put them in, and it did this mate alignment here, where now that they're opposed to each other. So now the normal direction of each surface is facing each other. You can see that here in the arrows. If I click this arrow, now it's going to flip it over, and they're going to be going the same direction. And so that's kind of the first biggest thing is, how do you want things to line up? Also, we can line things up in the center using these planes also when we're doing things. So let's say I want this side to be flush with that side, so I can do this joint there, and I can say OK. And so some parts, if they're rectangular parts, you might just use faces to line things up, because that makes them go flush with each other, and it's good. You can also do an offset if we wanted to, or something like that. We'll talk more about that later. The next type of mate is by an axis. So if I pick on this cylinder here and this cylinder, now it's going to make those 2 line up. And you can see it put them as concentric. I could say no, I want them to be tangent. And then I can tell it to be either inside or outside tangent. If there were different diameters, you'd see what that would look like. But an inside tangent on circles of the same size basically makes them the same as concentric. So that's what that does. So same thing. If I flip it here, now it's wanting to reverse the direction of the axes, but it can't because I've already got that other constraint there. So I'm going to flip it back so it'll agree. Now I can say OK, and if I grab this, you can see it can still turn around. And so because I constrained axes, it's a single thing, so it's like an edge that they can rotate around. Same thing would happen if I constrain two edges together, it'd be able to rotate around that edge, as well as being able to slide if I didn't constrain a face on the end of it to it. So let's see, if I go back in and look at that and take off that coincident that I did originally, you'll see that now that can go up and down and around. So undo and put that back on. Now that coincident is back there. It's lining up those two top surfaces. It can only move. So if I want to stop the rotation here, now I can go back into Mate. And so I can pick, the side of this. And there's no flat sides on the pin, so if I go inside of the pin, I can look at its planes. So maybe that plane there. And it knows that, okay, I can't make those coincident because we can't make them line up because they're offset from each other. So the next best is to make it parallel, or I can make it perpendicular, or I can add an angle and specify that I want it to be 35 degrees. And I could change which direction and how it's moving there. So by using these two options down here under the Mate, I can really control how it's doing it. But I'm just going to say I want it parallel and say OK. Now you can see that this minus sign is gone and it's just there. So let me drop in another link. And I'll just put it somewhere. And I can do the same thing again. So Mate, let's say I want this to go inside of there. So again, what lines up with what? So maybe I want to say I want that axis to line up first. Say OK. Now I want this face to be over here. And it does that. Maybe if it was an offset thing, so there was something else going on in there. So if I was to open that part and I did a cut, so it's no longer the same. Let's just do that. Save it. All right, yeah. Update. Oh, not down, to down. Yes. Expand the. Now we've got some cuts. So let's say I want these cuts both to be on the same side. So now when I want to make sure this cut stays on this side. So I can do that same thing. Boom, boom. Those cuts are both going to be on that same side. But let's say I want it to be on the other side. So I can take those off. And so, get out of that. I want this cut to be on that side. So now I can do the Mate. And I can say I want this side to touch that side. And I want it to be opposed to each other. And that's going to move around and it's going to tell me that's automatically going to reverse out of the Mate, not to cause a problem. So now that cut is on this side of it. And because it can still rotate, it's there, but now you can see that I've changed the rotation of that part just by picking which face lines up with something else. So I can do that to do it. But let's say I want to make this a subassembly. I don't want that. I want to be able to, when I'm putting these together, I'm going to take this, I'm going to glue these together here. Actually, I'm going to probably stick it through there. So let's change that. So let's delete that. Delete that. Delete that. And I want to change it to where now this lines up with there on the same way. And then axis to axis. And then face to the plane. So now that's locked in. I save that. I want to save that back in here. So now, say I'm going to have this, I'm going to glue a bunch of these up like this, and then I want to put those together with some other pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new assembly, or I can just go in and tell it new assembly from this assembly. That way it automatically brings that in. as the next piece. Just click and there it is. Again, it's fixed because it's my first one. And now I can add more pieces to it. So I can add a new chain link to it. And now I can go through and mate it. So there to there, say okay, and there to there, okay. And now I can assign whatever the angle I want to be here. And then I can kind of go through and do whatever I need to from there. All right.